Welcome back to Sports Zone, everyone. I'm Sports Director Matt Dowell, and I'm joined in studio now by Tony Annan, head coach of the Gamecock men's soccer team. Tony, welcome to Sports Zone. We're going to talk some World Cup and, of course, the Gamecocks. But first, thanks for joining our show tonight.
Glad to be here. Thank you.
I know it's been a lot the last 24 hours. You're an England fan, so a lot going on in the World Cup. But we are going to talk the final first before you give us your thoughts on England, because the World Cup final is Argentina versus Spain on Sunday at 3 o'clock right here on WACH Fox. It's two powerhouses. Just what are your early thoughts on this Argentina-Spain matchup?
It's a great matchup for starters. I think obviously I wish England or the US could have been there, but it's a great matchup. It's two amazing teams who play amazing football, so I think it'll be an entertaining game to say the least, but it'll be an exciting game, I think, from both teams. Both teams have many good players, and it'll be a great spectacle for the sport.
It's such an interesting matchup because you have a team like Argentina, defending champs, but they've been surviving in these thrillers. Spain may be a bit more straightforward. Their defense is elite. Just what's the matchup within the matchup that you're looking forward to the most? Yeah,
I think Spain may have a little bit too much on the flanks in the game for Argentina's fullbacks. I think they've got two excellent fullbacks. They've got two great wide players, and Lamal obviously, who can turn it on at any time and be a big difference maker. So I think, in my opinion, Spain may have the edge. Rodri in midfield, who would anchor the midfield, would probably, like I say, I think he's streets ahead of most. And Kawasi at the back for Spain has been immense. Oyarzabal up front for Spain, again, a player that's off the radar a little bit, not as big a name, but has been amazing through the World Cup. So I just think maybe they may have too much for Argentina, but Argentina has the special one.
Yeah, in Leo Messi. When we talk about Spain's defense, you know, they've just been a wall back there. They've been so hard to score on throughout this tournament. What do you see? Give us your coaching mind. From a defensive standpoint, what is it that's so tough for teams to get past them? Because you had players like Kylian Mbappe who still could not find a way past them.
They have a really good structure, and they're very much in sync, is what I would say from a coach's eye. When the ball goes backwards, they move together. When the ball is long, they drop together. They're very much in sync with each other. But their intensity to defend the box, intensity to defend the perimeter of the box has been amazing. So I think it has been able to shut down some very good teams, but they also dominate games with the ball, which makes it a little bit easier on defenders when you have the ball more than the other team.
Yeah.
They can't attack you as much. So I think a mixture of both. But I think their synchronicity of their back line and obviously their holding midfield, it makes it very hard to penetrate.
On the other end of this final, you have Argentina, who has just been surviving in these thrillers after thrillers. It feels like they could have been out of this tournament 3 different times, but here they are in the final. Yeah. Why have they been so hard to put away? What is it about them that just makes them perform in the clutch game after game after game?
I think if you've been to Argentina and you know the DNA of the culture down there, the intensity and the mentality and the never say die attitude of Argentinian players, I think that shows in their team. I've never seen a culture of a country come out in the team as much as it is with Argentina. They have some special guys, obviously, Leo and a few other guys, McAllister in midfield, but their intensity and their spirit, their fight, it never dies no matter what the result is or what part of the game it's in. So I think that's carried them through, but I just don't know against a really good team like Spain if that can put it over the edge, unless it's in the stars for Leo to do too.
So what is your final prediction for Sunday? It's going to be a good game no matter what, Spain versus Argentina.
I don't think it's going to be wide open.
Okay.
I don't think it's going to be wide open. I think it'll be a close match, but I think I'm going to say Spain 2-1.
Okay, Spain 2-1 is Tony's prediction. Yeah. Now, I do want to pick your brain about a tough subject in these last 24 hours. You did go to the England-Argentina game. I know you're an England fan. First, I just wanted to ask, because it was so fun to watch on TV. You got to be there in person, which I know is cool to check a World Cup game off of anybody's bucket list. Just what was the atmosphere like there at Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
It was amazing. Obviously, I worked at the Benz for quite a few years, so I've seen some good times in the Benz, but that, I would say, it was bouncing. I mean, the place was electric. And to be honest, even when Argentina were down, their fans were pretty incredible for what they were doing.
Yeah.
And obviously the England fans were very good as well. But it was a really good to be part of that and see that. Obviously it was disappointing the way it ended, but the atmosphere was incredible. And like I say, it's been an unbelievable summer for me watching the World Cup, and I just couldn't say enough about it.
Yeah, and again, from a coaching perspective, when you look at what happened to England in those last 25 minutes, they were up 1-0, you know, they had momentum, then they kind of changed their strategy. Just what did you think of the last part of that second half that allowed Argentina to come back?
I have a little bit of empathy for Tuchel because 70,000 people, that atmosphere, that pressure, the speed at which the game was being played. You have to make tough decisions in those times of what you do as a coach, so I understand where he was coming from. I thought it was a little bit early to go deep and sit in. I've always said if you give 11 good players the ball deep enough in your half for long enough, they will find a way to create and get chances, score goals, create free kick opportunities, corner opportunities. That puts you under great pressure. Yeah. So I was a little bit surprised he did it early, but he had done it in previous games and it had worked. But against, like I said, the special one and a few other guys, it was too much. And there was too many defenders on the pitch once it went to 1-1 for England to then spring back into an attacking mode. So it's all in hindsight. You could say we should have kept attacking, we should have kept going at them. That was the choice he made as his coach, and he has to live with that.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not over for England yet. You know, they do have the third place match against France. Do you think there will be a hangover from this? You do?
Yes. I don't think either team wants to play that game.
Okay.
And I can say that from experience. Third place games are not enjoyable.
Okay.
I just don't. I think the emotion of losing and not going on in the World Cup, whether you're France, whether you're England, it will affect the level of that game. Mm-hmm. I think they'll both play and they'll be professional about it.
Yeah.
But I don't think that consolation game is anything anybody wants to do.
Yeah. Well, England versus France for third place. The World Cup final between Spain and Argentina is on Sunday at 3 o'clock right here on WACH Fox. Looking forward to both games as this World Cup, a fun few weeks, kind of comes to a close here this weekend. Before you go, we of course got to talk about the Gamecocks, Gamecock men's soccer. The season will be here before we know it. Yep. What are just kind of initial thoughts on this year's squad?
Well, now the World Cup's over for me, pretty much. But yeah, we haven't stopped building the squad. We feel like we've got a very good squad this year. Obviously, the landscape in college right now, a lot of turnover, a lot of changes, so in all sports. But we feel we've got a really good squad. We've got a very tough schedule. So we went ahead and planned for a tough schedule. So really excited, really looking forward to it. The guys are all back. 20 of them are back training in captain's practice right now, and then we're waiting on a couple of visas and a couple of guys getting cleared by school, but we should be ready to roll. August 3rd is the official start day of pre-season, so we're excited. We're looking forward to it, and obviously we want to pack Stone every week again, like we do always. Yeah,
Stone Stadium, just such an amazing atmosphere for college soccer. At the beginning of these seasons, when it's just kind of the first few weeks, what are the things you emphasize as a coach?
Well, at the moment, I'm not allowed to do anything.
Okay.
They're on their own with strength and conditioning, and I'm not allowed to be there. I'm not allowed to see any of it. I'm not allowed to get reports on any of it. So you hope they're taking accountability to get ready for the first 2 weeks in August when we get to get them in pre-season. But they come in early and they get focused for the season because they want to do it early because it's not long enough in August. So the guys, they say we'll be back July 15th and we're going for it this year. So I hope they'll be ready on August 3rd, but we'll be emphasising again our high intensity play and hope will entertain the crowds.
Yeah, you've been here a few seasons now. What are your hopes for this upcoming season for Gamecock men's soccer?
Success.
Of course,
that's number one. Is we want to be successful, we want to win, and we want to put the Gamecocks at the top where they belong. Success is the number one goal for this season. Obviously, to have a great season and, like I said, put the Gamecocks where they need to be.
Exciting season ahead for Gamecock men's soccer. Of course, we'll be following them. They start August 3rd in the preseason, and then hit the ground running. Not long after that. I'm sorry about the World Cup. I'm sorry, but we are looking forward to Gamecock men's soccer. It's right around the corner.
I said that to someone this morning. They said, sorry, I was like, in my industry, you have to get over things very quickly.
Yeah.
And I got over it this morning, and I'm clearly on Gamecock soccer right now.
Well, Tony, we appreciate you so much coming in the studio, talking about the World Cup, you know, picking your brain from a soccer expert perspective, a soccer coaching perspective. And of course, we're looking forward to another season of Gamecock men's soccer and seeing what you guys do this season, as it's always so fun to go out there to Stone Stadium and watch you guys. So, Tony, thanks for taking the time to come in our studio, to come join Sports Zone, and talking some soccer with us tonight.
Happy to do it. Thank you.
Tony Annan, head coach of Gamecock men's soccer. We'll be back with more on Sports Zone right after this.